So a lot of you have probably seen, if you've been following the channel, this Ferrocerium rod of mine. I don't think I've ever spoken about it. So I bought the blank rod off, I think, eBay. It's a 10mm diameter by 100 millimeters long, and I think that's how they sell ferro rods. So if you buy an 8mm diameter, it'll be 80 millimeters long. So I bought a 10. I think this is pretty adequate for what I use it for. I know some people use a 12, so it's probably going to be a 12mm by 120 millimeters long. That's a bit big, you know. Anyway, mainly here to talk about the handle. So the handle is, I think the shrub that I cut out is a relative of gooseberry, ribes, those kind of that kind of species. And the wood was pretty yellow when I first cut it, and I decided I'm going to make a ferrocerium rod handle for that. I decided to do it sideways, so instead of taking the cylinder like that, cutting there, and then shaping a round knob like that, I did it the other way around. So you can see the rings are here on the sides, and it made it really difficult to create. But if you want to make your own ferrocerium rod handle, what I can tell you is you do not need glues or any kind of chemicals in it, except for maybe the treatment of the wood. And what you can do is just cut fresh wood or semi-fresh wood, and if you can do it the other way around, you just drill into the center, and it has to be exactly the same diameter as the rod handle, as the rod. But what you do with the drill bit is, once you've drilled it deep, you got the depth that you want. Mine goes in about that far, so you really don't need it to go that deep, because it's nice and solid in there. Mine goes in about 1.5 centimeters. Now, all you need to do is make sure the wood is still wet. So if you're using completely seasoned wood, it's not going to work. What I did was I drilled the hole, and I just took the drill bit and I put it in and out a few more times, and I kind of moved it around just that little bit, just to give that extra like 0.5 millimeter. And then I quickly shoved this guy in there. I didn't do much tapping. I may have put it down like that, tap this part down, and then obviously once this dries, this is solidly in there. I don't even know how I'm going to get it out, but anyway, not that I want to, because this is still going to last me quite a while. Now, the way I designed this one was with this kind of notch area over here, because I like to use my left hand and my right hand to strike. Now the cool thing is this is ambidextrous, because I thought about it and I thought, well, you know, if a friend uses this, they just have to hold it whichever way they want. But if you hold it on the left, it's your right index finger that fits perfectly in that notch. So this design is pretty cool because it works both sides. It looks a lot lighter here and a few places here. It's because since last oiling it, I have taken my Mora 120 and just shaved a few little bits off here and there. Let me know what you think. Tell me if you think it looks a bit too rough. I kind of don't want to take sandpaper to it, because I don't want it to look like it's been in a workshop. I want it to kind of look like it's been crafted in the field. So I kind of like these little groovy kind of cuts over here that you got. Obviously once I oil it up again, the whole thing's going to go more or less the same color. So that's why it looks a bit rough right now. So let me know what you think. I know the handle's kind of big, but I don't like the handles that most people make, that you mostly get with ferrocerium rods that you can purchase, because I find the handle to be really small. It's basically just your fingertip and your thumb that can hold it. And it's like, with the force that you're giving, you're kind of doing a lot of pressure on your joints here. That's why I wanted something big that I can put in my hand, hold it nice and stiff, and then go for it. Again, also my Mora companion, I had to grind this in order to give it a 90-degree edge, and it's not a perfect 90-degree, because when you strike with it, it's giving pretty decent sparks. But when I've struck with, see that side doesn't really work very well. So when I strike with a factory 90-degree edge, I'm getting heavy sparks off of this. I've got an opinel, here it is over here, and just for fun, I've got the number 9. Just for fun, I decided to, felt the edge was pretty sharp, so I gave it a strike and a lot comes off. Here, let me do it now because I do need to clean this blade up anyway. So see, a lot comes off there, you know, a lot more compared to my Mora. So don't be worried about buying blank ferro rods online, because I initially thought that this is just some cheap thing made in China with less of the ferrocerium inside the, you know, the alloy hybrid thing, you know. But it's only because I'm using a non-pure factory 90-degree blade. That's why I'm not getting great sparks off of this. And I don't want to do any more. I don't want to take a file to this any further. I can feel a kind of like a dent in there where I've done it, and it works for me anyway. I just need to play with the angles and I still get it done anyway, so it's fine.